Well, spent some time on this bad boy. It's a brooder conversion. It's actually really nice as a model, but the conversion was questionable. It mostly worked for a bit, and I think the reason why someone got rid of it was because it wasn't working properly anymore. So here's a list of things that I did. So the first thing I did was made a separate part that holds the front to the rear, so that is properly connected. I've got to still make a system where the top body actually is fully engaged and locked in, but that joint that was just flapping all over the place, and the top body wasn't holding it in place. So sorted that out, made its own little holding mechanism, device, structure, whatever. Front left motor, the wire got disconnected, so that needed to be sorted out. Rear third axle left wheel was just wobbling all over the place, so reconnected that properly. Second axle was flopping all over the place because a number of tabs were broken off, so I had to basically remake those tabs. Now the axle doesn't flop all over the place and start scraping against the third axle tyres. Front axle, left motor wires were disconnected. I think I mentioned that. Resoldered a lot of the wires and put heat shrink around the joints because that was never done. Made a sort of a wiring loom. I'm still trying to figure out what half the bloody wires do. But I think what I'll do is pretty much all the wires. I'm just gonna basically redo the whole lot, which is fine. It's got full lights somewhere, so I'll deal with that. What else? Oh yeah, the steering servo burnt out, so don't ask. I don't know how that happened, but that died, so I dealt with that. So change that over. So the tipping mechanism, I'm gonna deal with that. Tipping mechanism isn't operational as per the moment because the motors are disconnected, but whoever 3D printed the setup, fair play. It's pretty good. Good 3D printing there. There's a few other parts of 3D printed, reasonable. Yeah. I made a battery compartment. I don't know. The guy showed me a picture of the battery they used, which was a controller battery. So I just went nah. So I've got one of those big LiPo battery packs. That's actually under the bonnet. Made some locking pins so that when you lift the top up or the top off, it doesn't fly out. So that's working properly. So yeah, this is a good addition to what I wanted. So I'm still waiting for the final drive planetary gear holder and the planetary gears. So the sun gear is what got stripped, but obviously I need to replace these planet gears as well. So that's hopefully going to be here before Friday. That won't take long to put in, and then this will be fully operational. In the background in this video you can see my pond, which needs a lot of attention, and there's also a mound of material that came from the pond when I didn't dig it, I had someone else dig it for me, and didn't like that, might have to go backwards. So yeah, all that's got to be moved over to a different area which is actually low, so that's why I've got this. But yeah, I think this was a bargain. So I'm going to go out backwards. No. That's one thing I need to do, because the motors aren't fixed inside the housing, so I'm going to add some grub screws to attach that. I think that's why the wire came off, because the motors aren't fixed. They can actually rotate if you're pushing it, which I think I may have just done, because the the front tires weren't turning. So I mostly will have to deal with that. It's no great shakes. Drill a hole and put a little grub screw in. I mostly will put a bit of plastic on where the hole's going to be, so that it's got plenty to grip onto, because the axle is 3D printed to hold the motors, and I don't want to glue the motors in because I may need to take them out at some point. So yeah. Yeah, those motors are turning inside. But, you know, so I've got to try and figure out how, I'll see how the tandem behaves with switching models, because I know that my 360 goes a bit berserk when it loses signal. So I need to figure that one out. I know there's fail-safes and do what when you lose signal, so maybe that's something I need to address. Hopefully there's a way to freeze it in place. Fingers crossed. I mean, the pump is the main thing that needs to switch off on a model switch. So, but yeah, I'm having a little bit of fun here. And to be honest, I am surprised at what I managed to achieve today. I mean, I had an appointment today that I needed to deal with, but amongst that, I sorted this thing out. The only thing that isn't working at this present moment is the tipping mechanism, but I'm not going to cry over that just yet. I'm just enjoying running around. 360 is on the bench waiting for the parts, so I can't exactly load it, so yeah. Maybe next weekend, hopefully by next weekend I will have the tipping mechanism sorted out, and that being said, I'll be at Celtic Truck Show. doing an overnighter there. I didn't take Monday off, which that sucks. I should have taken Monday off. But it should be alright. At least it's not as big as the National. So there's not a huge amount that I need to do. I do need to fix my inflatable bed, because that died at the National as well. I slept on the floor on the Friday night. I was going to buy another bed whilst I was there, but things went a bit wrong personally. Nothing to do with the show itself. Just some mental health issues I have. Rock and roll. And I will also be painting this, so it will not be the colour that you see it. Not too sure what colour I'm going to do though. Broom, broom, broom. Watch out, Bex is coming through with the dumper. Bit sad really, just running around in circles. Yeah. Yeah. 360 needs to hammer that. Oh, I'm picking stuff up. Come here. Oh, tires come off. Oh. And that's the end, because I need to give this a little bit of attention so I take the crap off. But thank you very much for watching. There will be more stuff coming up, and most of it is fixing shit because stuff breaks. I will show you the inside of the final drive. Hopefully I'll remember to film that. I've got a video of a quick rendition of the demolition shears that also are not working, because a little while back when first time running it, and the seal popped out. Literally, the rotary component of the shears, which is a 360 rotation, there's a little nut underneath, and Lisu very kindly didn't tighten that up fully, well, to where it's supposed to have been, which gave the bottom segment of the rotary component room to maneuver, and it went down a little bit, but it was enough to pop the seal out. So that seal is knackered, and proper knackered, because it's in 3 pieces. So I've got to try and get another set of seals for that thing. So here we go. Excuse me. Have a great time, and I'll mostly see you next weekend. Bye bye.